Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Rodgers now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
They'll run it with Jones. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now it's Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Uses the stiff arm. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes left side. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On first down, Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. And with that, folks, I want to remind you to join the NFL Salute to Service. This season, the NFL and its players are honoring those who proudly serve our country, and fans are encouraged to join NFL players in writing letters to service members and their families. To learn how you can send your letter today, visit NFL.com/salute. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain there of 21 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews, so I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
They go play action here on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rodgers going to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Past the 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Oh, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. From the red zone now, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 13 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll go again to Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's complete to Diggs. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A Vikings first down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. First down, here's the run with Cook. Preston Smith there on the stop.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
Here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.